Who are the youngest billionaires in the world? Some of the youngest billionaires in the world have already become household names, but others are still flying under the radar, so to speak. No matter how old they are, all of these billionaires have one thing in common. They're incredibly successful entrepreneurs and business people who will continue to make waves and push their respective industries forward as they grow into adulthood and beyond. Most of them started young, but not all of them. It's fascinating to see how they got started, what they've accomplished so far, and where they might be going next. In addition to tech startups and Ivy League graduates, the list of young billionaires includes heirs of large inheritance. Forbes estimated that there were 63 billionaires under the age of 40 with a combined wealth of $265 billion this past year. The youngest of these 63 is 22 years old, and the oldest is 31 years of age. But before we get into the 10-digit club, let's take a look at an honorable mention. It is predicted that Kylie Jenner, you might have heard of her, will be a member of this club. Jenner was worth around $900 million as of last August. After she reaches that magical number, as I'm sure she will, she'll have the title of the youngest self-made billionaire ever. Now I know what you're thinking. Angry YouTube viewers, self-made, but while Kylie was born into wealth and fame, she owes her parents and her sisters, as well as the reality TV show producers, much of her success. But technically, she is self-made. A major portion of her net worth comes from her makeup company, which she founded. In 2 years, if she adds an easy 10 million to her net worth, as seems inevitable, she will become the youngest self-made billionaire after Zuckerberg. It strikes me as quite poetic that Kylie has taken such a title from Elton John, who is largely responsible for the emergence of this new age of social media. Until she reaches that 1 billion mark, here are the youngest billionaires currently on the planet, sorted by age, not by worth. In addition to Alexandra Anderson, Katerina Anderson is the second youngest billionaire in the world. Alexandra is 22 years old, while Katerina is 19 years old. Their father owns Ferd, which invests privately and in the Norwegian stock exchange. Each daughter received roughly 42% of ownership stakes in third upon their father's death in 2007. Alexandra was just 11 years old when the inheritance was transferred. In the comment section, let me know what you would have done if you had given 1.4 billion at the age of 11. In Norway, she has won several horseback riding competitions and pursues horseback riding as a passion. The third Norwegian on our list is Gustav Magnar Ridzo, who owns nearly half of Salmar ASA. What is Salmar ASA? A fish farming company founded by Gustav, who was starved and got a half interest in the company when he was gifted it by his father in 2013. The company is the largest producer of farmed salmon in the world. In the course of its success, they led the industrialization of fish farming in Norway. The younger Gustav is now the half owner, but his father still runs the company, with so in the meantime, Gustav is trying to make a name for himself through real estate investments and tech startups. In addition to that amazing gift from his father, he has 3.1 billion ready for investment. Gustav Magnar Ridzo is just 25 years old. Gustav, I wish you all the best and happy investing. Let's move on to the fourth youngest billionaire on earth, Evan Spiegel. If the name doesn't ring a bell, his company is Snap Incorporated, otherwise known as Snapchat. Snapchat is the 11th most popular social media in existence, which is a surefire way to make billions. But Evan and co-founder Bobby Murphy didn't take it easy. Even though the company has seen its fair share of disappointing seasons on the stock market, it has been enough to earn Evan Spiegel a spot on the list at 28 years old. Bobby Murphy, the owner of Snap Incorporated, is 30 years old, making him the 8th richest person on this list. Both Spiegel and his co-founder Bobby are worth $4 billion each. Bobby studied mathematics while Evan studied product design at Stanford University, where the two met. Obviously, they studied the right subjects, and they certainly made the right friends. It really makes you rethink friendships with people you didn't found billion-dollar companies with. Now that we're at the middle of the list, we can find Ludwig Theodor Braun, the fifth youngest billionaire in the world. The 28-year-old is another child who was blessed with a fortune. The company B. Braun Messlingen was founded in 1939 as a small pharmacy, selling herbal remedies, and is now a major medical instrument firm worth more than $10 billion. The German born medical device company has over 58,000 employees throughout the world. Ludwig's father took over the company in 1977 and later gave him 10% of it. Bebron manufactures infusion and injection solutions, as well as surgical instruments. If you've been to the doctor or to the hospital, chances are you've used a product they've produced. Medical devices remains one of the most lucrative businesses due to their high cost and the utmost necessity of those products. Ludwig, however, did not inherit it as much as her older sister. As the 10th youngest billionaire in the world, Eva Marie Braun owns 12% of her brother's company, meaning she has about 2 billion more than him. Maybe I'm just exaggerating the rivalry between the two billionaire siblings. I'm sure there's not much animosity between them. For the brother and for her, this is not the case. John and Patrick Collison are 28 and 30 years old respectively. John is the owner and co-founder of the Stripe company. Patrick operates as CEO and co-founder of Stripe, a company that builds software businesses to incorporate into websites and apps to instantly connect with credit card and account systems to accept payments. Each brother has earned more than $1 billion through this technology startup. Both brothers attended the Castle Royal College in Ireland while attending university in Boston, Massachusetts. Both John and Patrick went to Harvard and MIT, respectively. PayPal and Stripe are similar in that they share several core features. Stripe developed a way of transferring money that is seal-proof. Stripe's design was so good that PayPal's creators, Elon Musk and Peter Thiel, invested in it. So essentially, John and Patrick Collison designed a product like solidifying technology Titan, and it got the attention of the creators of Titan to invest. I think that is a winning formula. In waving down the list, we pass number 8, Bobby Murphy, the Snapchat guy we discussed earlier. Let's move on to number 9. We have already touched on Eva Marie Braun Ludwig, the 10th youngest billionaire. Of the 10th youngest billionaires on the list, only 2 do not have direct connection to another billionaire. In fact, the 1 and 2 spots are already taken by sisters and twins. 5 and 10 were brothers and sisters. 4 and 8 were co-founders. 6 and 7 were brothers and co-founders, leaving us with our friend Gustav. Last but certainly not the least is Wang Han. At 30 years old, Wang Han is prime number 9. The Chinese billionaire inherited his massive wealth from his father, Wang Junayao, who founded and grew Junayao Airline, one of the biggest in China. Junayao, on the other hand, has massive investments in education and retail food in China. With just 275 years to their names, the 10 youngest billionaires have accumulated net worth of more than $20 billion. The youngest billionaires did not get there by starting from scratch. Of course, no one does that. Rather, these folks all inherited or otherwise transferred their wealth into massive fortunes. Remember, Gustavo was born billionaire and gifted $10 million on his 21st birthday. I'm sure you can imagine what it feels like. More young billionaires were created in 2022 than ever before. It will be interesting to see what the young people will do with their money. Next year, I'm sure we'll see a new list of billionaires, including some of these hot shots. The world economy has never been better suited for young billionaires, that's for certain. Whether it comes from inheritance or hard work and innovation, Kylie Jenner will be one of them. Thank you for watching, subscribe, like, and comment.